Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I'll give you a very good introduction. You know how the MCs always do it?
Don't. I don't have a big profile.
Come on. It doesn't. You don't have to have a big profile. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Just the
Uh-huh.
introduction.
Okay, go on. Go on.
So hello, ladies and gentlemen. So we have this amazing lady, the one and only Miss Kiambuthi, guys. Anyway, tell us who you are.
Sorry?
So yeah, tell us who you are. Tell us who you are.
Hi guys. Hi. I've never been on a YouTube live. So I'm really I'm just like, you know, uh but I am Miss Kiambuthi and I'm a content creator and I'm here with Supremes for some time and I'm glad to be here and I hope we get to learn together. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, it's always a nice conversation with you. I remember the last time we had a conversation on TikTok was so engaging, man.
Yes. Yes, it was. It was.
So that is what drove us, guys, to this next one. And our topic for today is how far is far in a relationship.
Love relationship. Yeah.
Uh, Let me just hit this for you, Miss Kiambuthi.
Mm-hmm.
How far is far for you in a relationship?
Well, it depends.
With what?
What are we talking about? How far? Because a relationship, when we say a relationship,
Why?
uh, there's so many areas in a relationship. Kuna the sexual part, kuna the intimacy part, kuna the purposeful part of that relationship. And there's so many dynamics when it comes to any relationship. So how far on what exactly?
I wanted to generalize it, but because okay, this is what I'm trying to mean. How far is far when, per se, I'm dating someone, and let's say it's you for you.
Yeah,
I'm generalizing it because I don't want to like specify it on the
it's
intimacy.
fine.
Yeah, I'm
It's okay.
generalizing it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have like do you feel like there are always limits in a relationship where inafika point and you're like, nope, hapa tufai kufika, hapa tunaweza
Mm-hmm.
fika, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Mm.
I think it's healthy
Mm-hmm.
to have boundaries.
Well, some people will say that's not love.
No, it's said. Give me one person who doesn't like boundaries. By
Uh,
boundaries, I don't mean at sasa. Uh, you guys can't do some things. For example, what I mean by boundaries, this is what I mean. For example, when we're going out,
mhm,
if I'm not okay with you hugging everybody,
mhm, mhm,
or you let's say hugging, that is the most common.
mhm,
If I'm not okay with that, then respect that I'm not okay with that. That's a boundary. Ama ata in the relationship, if mi nakwambia I'm not okay with you doing certain things in this relationship. In this relationship, for example, I don't like you when I'm reading. I mean, my space, and I'm reading. Let's say I read between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning.
mhm.
I wouldn't appreciate it when I'm trying to read. That's when you're trying to disturb me. You get, that's a boundary. I can say I'm not really into you disturbing me when I'm having a peaceful time, when I'm meditating, when I'm reading, when I'm doing this and this and that. That's a healthy That's a healthy boundary. You get it.
Yeah.
So for me, I really, really appreciate when there are healthy boundaries in a relationship. So yes, we can go as far as wherever you want to go, but what's the extent of you breaking my boundaries? Because kuna watu unakuta aki hakuna boundary kwa relationship. You get what I'm saying? They
Eh,
get into each other's spaces like crazy. They disrespect each other. But in the name of love, you get
love.
it? In the name of nakupenda. So kuna vitu mi nikisema nataka tufanye hii, wewe unafaa kusema yes immediately cause it's love. You get it? Cause it's love. Wewe ukiniambia,
is that even healthy?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. There should be healthy boundaries, and as far as two people are concerned, do whatever you want.
So there was a friend of mine alikuwa ananipatia hii story and anasema ana feel like chali yake anaenda too far, yani the guy goes to the point of texting the parents, talking to the mother, like anamwambia the guy anaambia mama ya dem shida zenye wanapitia, like is that even okay? Like na udem anafeel hapana, this is not okay for me. I get. And she has tried talking to the guy, na the guy anamuulizanga every time, anamuuliza anamwambia kwani unipendi? So like wow,
I think there's so many people suffering in the name of kwani hunipendi. You get, like just like someone telling you, for example, when you get a weird text in your girlfriend's phone, and then she starts saying, that's private. Why are you invading my what's private?
How is that private?
Why is that private? You get me? So I think it's the same thing. In that situation, why isn't the guy talking to the girl first? Why are you we go back to how far can you go? Boundaries. Because for me, when you texted me the topic, the first thing I thought was, is there any boundaries in a relationship? Because how far means the two of us, when we sit down and we want to date and we want to have this relationship, have we sat down and discussed how far we can go? You get it? Or tulianza tu relationship and then ukaanza kufanya vitu and then I'm like, what are you doing? Ama mimi naanza kufanya vitu, then you're like, bro, you're really crossing my lines and you're really making me angry, and so on and so forth. So when you told me about the topic, the first thing that came to my mind was, do we have boundaries that guide us to having healthy relationship and guide the whole how far we can go? So I think kama hiyo ya boy ana text mama ya dem, that's literally breaking a very big boundary. Because let me talk to my mom and tell her I'm having problems. By you talking to my mom directly without telling me, then it's like you two are ganging up against me. Every time mi ndo nitakuwa at fault. Because believe you me, when the guy is telling the mom, he's not telling his side of the story. We could be having issues, and issues are there, and we can never say that every relationship is perfect. Lakini what you're not saying is huyu mse hataenda kujishtaki aseme nilikosa kuprovide, nilikosa kuprotect, nilikosa kufanya A, B and C, ndo maana tuko na hii issue. So at the end of the day, dem atakuwa atakuwa in the blind every single time. So hey, personally I believe in boundaries in relationships like no one's business. I think they make it easier, and it creates a really healthy direction
so for any person, you're trying to say for any person mwenye hayuko in for boundaries, that is a red flag. Anyone mwenye hayuko in for boundaries. Unajua like that?
According to me.
According to you.
According to me. Because kama mtu atakuwa
you want to do this because you don't love me, you don't want to do this because blah blah blah. They kind of like manipulate you, something like that.
Yeah, I agree. The whole sentence of kwani hunipendi, why are you doing this, why are you not allowing this, kwani you don't love me, it's a whole level of narcissism, I think, and manipulation. Because I think mtu anafaa kuwa na anafaa kuwa na free will. If I'm not comfortable with something and I don't want to do it, then I shouldn't do it. The other day I was reading something on Twitter, and they were saying a lot of a lot of problems like HIV zimeletwa na hiyo kwani hunipendi. When for example you ask a guy, can you use protection? And he goes like, kwani hunipendi, kwani you don't trust me?
You don't trust
And
me.
then you don't trust me, and then boom, AIDS, HIV and AIDS come in, STIs, STDs, you get it. So the whole you don't love me or you don't trust me is, I think it's a red flag, a big red flag. Nikikwambia we use protection, I want to protect the both of us. You don't know what I have, especially if it's a new relationship. You don't know what I have and you don't know what you have. And then if it's a relationship that is out of the bracket of marriage, right? There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk going. So even in marriage, I think there's a lot of things that go on, but hey, hiyo ni red flag according to me.
La kubwa sana. Actually, the other day we were talking about red flags and ndio nimekumbuka sahi. And tukiendelea, I would like you to mention like a few of the red flags that wewe personally unaweza note down as you Kiambuzi. Like what are your red flags? Unaona? Where red flags zako? No,
zangu sasa. Si za mtu mwingine.
Zako tu.
Hey, red flag. Let me see. So I am not such a good communicator. You get it? I tend to shut down when I should communicate. You get it? For example, if I'm having an argument with someone and sorry?
You go into silent mode.
Yeah, and I can go into a silent tour without any problem. I can literally have, that silent treatment thing. The one that unapiga mtu tu na silence.
Mbaya.
But it's a problem I have and I'm working on it. But I know when I'm having issues, I tend to withdraw rather than deal. So it takes me time. So that's one of my red flags. So I can say communication. I'm working on my communication. Something else. Wow, this is hard. You know how it's easy to point someone else's red flags.
Yeah, but that is where you draw the line.
Where I draw the line. I'm perfect. But so I can say I struggle with communication, and also I can say I don't know if it's a red flag really, but it is a red flag. Acha niache kujitetea hapa ati sijui nini. It's a red flag. When it comes to arguments, right? Let's say I'm arguing with Prince and ananipea facts. You know how mtu anakugongana facts right, left and center.
Najua your feeling.
So it follows with the communication. I can comfortably block out issues. I can go on with my life like nothing has happened and I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Toxic.
And it's not toxic. It's not toxic.
Only scared of them because they make you feel what guy.
I know. I'll feel bad about it, but then I go like, so I have pride. You get what I'm saying? I have pride. Niko na ile ego yenye, Prince, like okay, sawa, let's move. You know the part where but I'm working on it. Let me tell you, the best thing about knowing your problems is that at least you know which angle you start working with. So yeah, I have ego. So I won't add others. You tell us your red flags.
So one of my red flags major, I think it's hiyo kitu umesema hiyo ego. Like I'm this kind of guy mwenye I don't know how to force shit. Sijui kayo ni red flag though, but sijuangi kuforce kitu. For me, if I tell you let's do this, you don't want us to do it, I'm like okay, sure. Mimi ni ule mtu nitablock everything. If I'm trying to vibe with you and you ain't vibing back, I'm like, you're sure, sawa. Tukate tu, si lazima. Unaona? And then mimi communication, I think I'm so okay. Communication, mimi 100%.
Wow, hey, that's nice.
Mimi communication, I'm so good with it. I communicate everything in details tena. Hiko hivi.
Wow. Where do we come for lessons?
Lessons. Join Kiambuvi. Utapata lessons. Join us live. And then wala is red flags zangu. Wala. But I've been told I'm toxic. Siko sure.
It's so easy to point out other people's red flags. Kila mtu ako na red flags. Lakini coming to self-reflect, that is the biggest issue.
And let me ask you this. The other day we were talking about like msee akifeel like ako in a toxic relationship. Anafaa atoke. And then I've been doing my research, I've been asking people questions. Since the last time we spoke back earlier, and I'm like, no, Kiambu, I think there's a problem. Si rahisi kutoka. Everybody alikuwa ananiambia hivyo. Easy.
It's not easy.
Because you tell me, in a relationship, you love this. Let's say, unajua most of the time unapata dem ndiye anapenda chali sana ama chali ndiye anapenda dem sana. And I'll use the lady. The ladies, tulisema ni obsessions, ndio? Ako obsessed na ujamaa. But clearly she can see the red flags. Mabeshte zake wanawezaona the red flags. Wanaona ujamaa anapenda ku hang out na madem, maybe ujamaa maybe akona 1 2 3. Naona. But hataki kutoka. Hakuna advice ingine apart from kutoka. Hakuna advice ingine.
Sasa gani ingine, Prince? It's not easy to get out of any relationship unless, of course, you are not in love and it was just a passing fling. Sasa which other one? Okay. Which gani ingine nizasaidia?
Omba Mungu. Going down this kwa dapa mazee utanisaidia aje?
Kuna vitu hazitolewi na maombi. Others you just go. Ati?
Unatoa mapepo, like labda hata ni pepo, you never know.
Is cheating the devil?
Mimi personally, hiyo ni mashaito.
Hiyo ni red flag.
Shiko, the first thing huwa anasema ni nini? Shetani alinidanganya. See, that is the easy.
Mbona Mungu hakukuongelesha akwambie ni mbaya?
Mungu alitry but sasa nikasikumsikia, unaona.
The devil won.
Sio hivyo, okay. Nikitukaa hiyo pia.
Red flag. Red flag.
I wish tungekuwa na I'm going to ask friends of mine wanieleze. The first thing that always comes to their mind, like msee akishikwa na dem, ni mimi shetani alinidanganya.
No.
What are you expecting mtu akwambie tu sasa mimi nilikuwa nimependa udem? Ama what do you expect? What do you expect ukipata mwanaume akicheat? Aseme ni.
Obviously atadanganya. There's no hata haizi kwambia ati I was what happened. They'll just, let me tell you, men can deny even when you see them happen in the act. Because mimi the men.
Mimi.
They will deny. You get it? They will deny everything. In fact, I thought asema au si au. You don't know, like they just gaslight you. Lakini
I had a friend of mine ananiambia hatushikwe. Haujapatikana juu. Hatushikwe wapi? Kataa, huyo sio wewe. Refuse. Usikubali. Kubali.
Men can make you think you're crazy. You know, like they will make you, men and women. I don't know. It's both not one-sided. Both sides. Let me tell you, there was a time, I don't know, the relationship I was talking about on the talk the other day. when I had many instances of being lied to, it got to a point I thought that I was imagining. I don't know if you get it.
Wait.
Because there were so many issues hadi naanza kujiuliza, Eve, is there like sasa naanza kujiblame, do you have, men can lie you know, unaanza kujirudia and it's like sasa wewe ndio uko crazy, you know, it's like wewe peke yako ndio uko na issues and this person makes you feel like they gaslight you to a point where una feel like kwani ama nimechizi, you know, kwani am I not seeing things straight? Unadanganywa, but ukidanganywa you're like, but hadi there's a very thin line. Mtu kwanza pathological lies, you know, those liars who lie and it feels like it's the truth. And then when you tell them,
hey,
they can lie within 2 seconds. They've already come up with a very good story. Then when you find out and you confront them, they make you feel like you're the liar. They make you feel like you're wrong about it. Let me tell you, I caught that guy in a lie and he made me feel like I should apologize to him for finding out he was lying.
Whoa.
And I apologized.
Whoa.
It's so real. It's so real. Let me tell you, someone can make you feel like, and that is what happened with narcissism. Mtu anakukosea, but wewe ndo una realize, unakuwa una apologize kwa hizi issues. Mtu ana cheat, mtu ana lie, mtu anafanya vitu, but anafanya, like the whole thing, yeah, why are you going through my phone? My phone is private. But that's not the point. The point is I found something on your phone that is crazy, but you're bringing out the issue as, why were you going into my phone? My phone is private. Don't you trust me? And I'm like, this is not about trust. This is not about me getting you into your phone. This is about me checking your messages and seeing. So that is my view. And it's crazy because it happens. It's a lot is going on out here. Lakini maybe going back to how far, or your question on maybe leaving, when you meet someone who is narcissistic or you're in a very challenging relationship that is not working for you, the best thing is to just struggle and get out, because getting out is not as easy as we say atitoka. Wezi tuambia mtu mwenye amekuwa in a narcissistic relationship, toka tu. No, it's not as easy as we say it. There is more work that living, you know, needs. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, unajua nikaa nimekuwa caught up and so this is like make sense ni caught up kwa hiyo sense.
Okay. I hope I'm making sense, though. I'm not just talking.
Makes sense. So I was going to ask you this question. I don't know if you'll answer it, but for you, I don't know if you know this, but to others, okay, to what people see, you have this wonderful, beautiful relationship that many would want to have. No? And let me ask you this. What is your secret, or what do you do to make it that way? Ndio mwenye labda anaenda kuwatch ama mwenye ana watch anaweza correct on a few ones and twos ndio ifanye ikuwe kama yako ama ifanye ikuwe even much better.
There is no secret. And it's not perfect. What we put out in Instagram, in any social media handle, is not, most of it. Personally, I like to keep my relationship private, because when you put it on a very public platform, when you're saying we are doing this today, or you know, like the whole follow up on your relationship, it it's like undressing, you get. It's
Yeah.
like being naked in front of people and letting them pick, hauko perfect hapa, hauko hapa perfect. Lakini most, okay, let me answer this in the simplest way. First of all, there is no secret. Ati, if you do this, it will work in your relationship. That's one. Relationships are different. Everyone is different. Completely. Everyone is so different. How we handle things is very different. And what works for me may not work for you. So I can give you how my relationship works. But that doesn't work for you at all. And that is why so many people, or the books that I've read about relationships, or a lot of content that is on TikTok about relationships, you can't really say, let me follow Sir Prince and let me, let me follow Sir Prince's relationship and let it work for me. No, your love language is not my love language. Your financial capacities are not my financial capacities. You can afford to take your girlfriend on the best of the best places for her to enjoy. My boyfriend cannot afford to take me in the best of the best of the best places. So if I come to your page and say, oh my God, I need to tell my boyfriend we need to go to the Bahamas. I need to tell my boyfriend we need to go to Juba. I'll be depressing the young man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be comparing things that I don't know about you in my relationship. Nitaanza kusema, I'll start telling my boyfriend, you don't take care of me, you don't even take me out. You get it? You don't do this for me. Yeah, unaanza overthink vitu. Here to you mtu, the little that he gets, he brings to you. Or if you guys go out once a month, that works for you. And it's according to your capacity that you have at that given time. In a few years, you guys could be going all over the world for romantic vacations and all that. So I cannot really say, ati people look, mtu aende kwa my page on my TikTok and then afikirie, oh, if akona the best relationship, akona the best boyfriend, akona, no, it doesn't. That's not real. If we're friends and you come into my relationship and you say, oh, these people actually love each other, because hey, Prince, as far as I know, I could be faking my relationship, right? As far as I know, I could just be not even in a relationship and just pretending to be in a relationship for the views.
Mm-hmm.
And you're fair saying Eve has the perfect relationship. You get it. So let's the whole thing at what's the secret? Let's seek out marriage counselors and relationship gurus to tell us the secret.
Like that the whole we ain't experts.
No, don't come. And I really when I hear someone say, it's good to admire, you get it? Because I also admire the relationships. But if you really don't know these people at a personal level, then don't start wanting the relationship or trying to find out the secret of their relationship if they're not like 30 years into marriage. You get what I'm saying? Because naweza kuwa nimemeet Prince leo, tumeanza kudate, bado tuko kwa honeymoon phase. You get it? Bado tuko zile za
bado enjoy. Really?
But it's lovey-dovey. Hatujafika in the rough patches of the relationship. There are other people who are like 30 years in a relationship, and you guys can now sit down and they can tell you this and this and this worked for us. And you can go try their way and see if it works for you. You get it? But someone like me, I cannot tell you the secrets. I'll be wrong to tell you anything worth practicing. So because I'm not at yet sasa kuna responsibilities zingine hata ufai kuchukua kwa sababu unless you really have you've practiced, you've experienced. You get it. It's like a 20-year-old person telling you about a job that requires 10 years experience. 10 years back, that person was not working. You get, if
Get you.
you get, if I go and has been married for like 40 years or 30 years, if I go and sit down with that person, I can comfortably ask, how has your relationship gotten this far? What are some of the issues that you've experienced over this period of time? Did you get to a point where you wanted to just get out of this relationship? How did you reconcile with the other person? How is your communication? What are your physical what are your physical and psychological and emotional boundaries? You get, what are some of the things that you guys do on everyday life that help your relationship to grow? What was the purpose of, those two things that really, really are solid when it comes to any relationship whatsoever. So personally, at this age, at this time, I cannot say this. I'm not even allowed to give any secrets to any relationship whatsoever. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Swear, whatever you've said, zaidi ukweli. Honestly, umeongea a lot of truths, like for real. And good. Anyway, my viewers will listen to this. Lazima. So whatever you said is that advice kwa mwenye hajakaa kitu for long, because somebody once said we are all sote tunajaribu, we are all new in this, and so the you have been in it, the better, because you have more experience.
Yeah.
So ka relationship yangu imekaa miezi 3, mnaona na floss, msiangalie hiyo.
Tulieni kwanza.
Cool down.
Tulieni kwanza. There's still time to give advice and lead.
I think from whatever you've said, I think that is why, I'm sorry to say this, but that is why most relationship kwa social media fail, because napatwa na ile pressure ya hata mimi nafaa kuwa na post. So nimepata dem sema kama last week, hii wiki nishaanza kupost, inafika time sasa the reality inani hit. In this relationship there's a lot that has to be done. Kuna vitu mingi we have to work on. Kuna times tutakosana, will I still be posting you? And if I don't post you, KOT now wako rada. Kenya wanakuanga tu they have this group. So, and when we allow ourselves to let people define our relationship, becomes even worse, ndio?
Yeah.
Inakuwa worse. So actually you're right, private is better. Msee asijue movie yako.
No, even if you want to keep it public, because we really can't say ati usiwahi post, you get, ama usiwahi sema nani una date, you get it. But kuna tu vitu acha zibaki private, you get it. You can post pictures, like I think I always stand with, there is no the right way to do things. Like actually there is no one way to like get rich or have a perfect relationship. You can do whatever you want. If you want your relationship to be public, go for it. If you want your dirty laundry on the internet, go for it. That's your life. You do you. Lakini, everything has a consequence. You get what I'm saying? You can be as public as you want. In fact, we will consume your content like no one's business. We'll be following you like no one's business. You get it? Lakini, everything you do has a consequence. It could be a positive consequence or a negative. Like we were talking that day on licking nudes. You guys, I can lick nudes for the views, right? But the other side of the coin, the flip of the coin is that not everyone will be happy about it, and my image will always be in the internet as long as I live. So you get it. It's not a teen, it's leak nudes, ni trend. Kesho mtu mwingine atalik tuhame kwako. You get what I'm saying? It's not such a, unless you're into OnlyFans and it's making you money every single day, at least get a profit off of it. You get what I'm saying?
Not
something. Like everything has a reverse impact, and it could be positive and it could be negative. So I wouldn't really say ati don't be public in your relationship. Then we go back to the topic, how far is far in a relationship? You get it? We want to be public. I get it. It's fun. It's very consumable. We want to see you guys loving each other like no one's business on the net. Lakini, how far is far in posting what we are posting? You get it? How far is far in becoming this public couple? Because things will leak. We will have arguments. We will have issues. Other couples get into divorcing. We see the stories of Maju. You get it. We see really solid issues like finances come to light. And we realize, oh, again, you guys are not comfortable with us saying your issues again. You know what I'm talking about. So how far is far? How far? It's all about, for you, how far is far in everything you do in that relationship. It could be posting things that you want us to consume, but when you guys kosana, will we be seeing ama tutaanza kusikia kwa gossip pages?
Some photos zimeleak.
So how far?
And how far is far on that? How far is also far on that? On your story, mkishakosana, mtu anaanza kulikisha your stuff, mtu anaanza but how do you, like, how do you take that?
Who's control what people say about you on the net?
Not even people, just your person. Say you and I are sindio? Tushakosana, chana. Tunafaa kuachana in peace, nikwambie. If mazewe enda mimi pia ameacha but sasa mimi nimeenda na machungu zangu, niko na your photos, niko na your information, a lot of information about you, so I decided to release it to the net. Like, how do you take that? Extremism.
Okay, what if I don't want peace? What if I want problems?
Oh, okay. Then let's do this. I'll post, I'll share.
I'm hurt. You get what I'm saying? Umeniumiza. Like I'm hurt, and the only way I think is good for to come back at you, nijilipishe kizazi, is, and Prince left. But I don't know what we're doing. Prince has decided to do the thing. Didn't even happen. You get it?
Maybe you want to.
So I can decide I want to pay back. Maybe no ndo menikosea. Now the only way I think is right for me to get back at you is to leak information. Although that's not mature according to me, it's not as mature as, but maybe the revenge is enticing. So I can only think of it as, I don't know, maybe you want to revenge. So that is the only thing, because tuki decide tumeachana, and it's a mutual agreement that we're leaving each other, then if we were in a public relationship, let's announce it, like, guys, in the most mature way. You get it? In the most clean, like a clean goal. Like, we can even co-post, collaborate on the post. You get it? Let's collaborate. Yeah, let's collaborate on the call. I think we need to have a level of maturity when it comes to if we're in a public, then we don't need you guys to start going quiet on us. Tell us what is happening. Stop sending mixed signals that we don't understand.
Ah,
Just tell us that things happen, cause vitu happen. Huwezi sema ati sasa Prince tusiwahi sema tumeachana na tuliachana 20 years ago. See, vitu happen.
Yeah.
Life goes on. So let me tell you, relationships are really complex and a lot, but pia tunafaa consider we deal with things differently. You get what I'm saying? Unaweza kuja niambie if nataka tuachane, but I want you to be as quiet as possible. Mi nakwambia wewe ndo unaniacha, so me I can speak whatever I want on the net because wewe ndo ulinibetray, wewe ndo ulinicheat, blah 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 blah. So wewe unaweza taka ikuwe very clean, but on the other side I can want you to be messy and drag you. So the only way to deal with that is just let it go. Because let me tell you, today you will trend, tomorrow something else will trend. You get? As much as leo tutakuongelea hadi sijui saa ngapi, kesho another relationship will, kesho another couple will come out on the public and we will forget that you were trending yesterday. You get it? So I don't know.
Still on how far is fine relationship.
How far is far? How far is far?
Anyway, that is so nice. For me, what I say, I'm always kuna vitu bado mi huwa naogopa. One is publicity. According to what I've seen, according to what I've heard, imecreate your fear hadi kwangu. So I'm always like, ile hivi maze hiyo school be so ready. Be so ready because I've seen a lot of things start and then maybe I always personal study nasoma see zina break. So like cycle huwa ni kama these people begin so happily point pop wengine begin so happy inafika point wanaikatisha. So niko bado kwa hiyo publicity, like they publicize it tu vizuri tu and then inafika point mafrakas sijui nini ilifanyika, sijui alifanya nini, huyo alifanya nini. And you know people will always be there to attack you and remember you have a past life. You feel me? So kuna past yako ku attack your present life, kuna wenye watatumia present life ku attack your present life. Yani people will always be there. And like you said again, always like just do what you do, but what you expose tungana nayo sana. If you're posting a photo then good, but kenye tunataka kuwa Kenyan Kardashians then you're messing it up. But unajua wanajaribu kila kitu. If you start showing us bedroom then you expect tomorrow you show us your bedroom again and you never know what's up. Sisi tunataka mkiwa kwa bedroom tuonyeshe tena.
Tunataka content.
Yeah, and you see that is what we Kenyans actually, and I think Africans at large, we do not understand because we have copied the whites sana in so many things, and we forget that unajua wale wase wako na laws zinawagovern, wako na rules, a lot of things zenye zinawagovern na zinawasaidia even in relationships, unaona. So you find that wale wase yao haiwezi kuwa na fracas nyingi kama zetu. Basi tumekopi ile na hatuna laws, hatuna vitu zenye zinaweza tusaidia, so ours end up messed up vibaya sana, unaona. Ndio unapatanga sijui leak. Unajua like in Kenya msana za leak vitu zako na ni ngumu akue afungwe na get, but anafaa kufungwa kama hiyo, but majuu you can't do such stuff easily. Itakuwa umedefame ule mse, unaona. So anaweza file charges against you na utamlipa. Supposed to be said the same people like sio nange watu wakifanya vitu kama hizo. Tu mtu ameleak but watu wana enjoy it. Yeah, you see, so
it's a lot.
This is an
Right.
Me
A
and
lot goes.
a lot goes.
A lot goes on. So I think I'm so open-minded because I usually think maji yakimwagika hayazoleki, you get. And as much as maybe Kenya, we don't have a lot of protection when it comes to individual cases like someone leaking a nude. Plus, hatuwezi jua nani ana leak nude. You hear how they trend on the internet and then now you don't know how it happened. Unasikia tu kwanza Kibe amecomment ama unasikia imetrend kwa gossip. Get it? And it's crazy because unasikianga tu watu wanasema ziko telegram wapi?
It's over for you.
You cannot even get to the root of the matter. All you're hearing zililik za sijui nani, and it's always this people who have numbers. It's always people who pop celebrities. But come to look at it, the other day there was something that really shocked me. I didn't know that, and maybe it is out of ignorance. Maybe I don't follow up so much, and that it was, I think it was trend. There was some news about Kenyan TikTok that at night Kenyan TikTok is like Koinange Street. Sorry to say, there's a lot that goes on. You get it. And me, I've never bumped into one. I don't know, maybe it's not on my FYP, but it's happening and people are working. You get it?
People are
working online.
Wow.
You know, like at ECG 50 bob to see what you get. There's a lot of things that goes on. Yes, the other day there was that trending news that at night Kenyan TikTok is sex working. You get, and when you go on these lives, people are watching. You get what I'm saying? So when we see these trending pictures of celebrities that are trending, I like to think that on the flip side of the coin, it's not just for celebrities. Ni venye tu mtu anajulikana and they're not supposed to have nudes. They're not supposed to have flashy pictures. They're not supposed to. They're just human beings who, when they were taking those photos, they didn't think this person will leak them. You get it? And even if they themselves have leaked them, they must have gotten something out of it. I mean, I just can't take pictures to make Prince happy and
Kwanja.
But you see now, kuna a lot of things that go on the internet, but hizo hatatuongeleangi hizo sana. We just look at these few people who are celebrated or are known, and we think that they're so evil and they're so wicked and they shouldn't have these things. Yet, when you go to these lives on TikTok where a lady is selling, quote unquote, there are people who are there. You get what I'm saying? There are people who are there watching, paying, and they're happy about it. Yet when we see celebrities on it, we tend to punish them, bash them, and be judgmental. And so what? What are we going to do? Maji alishamwagika. We move to the next person who is trending.
Thank you, next.
Yes, it shall happen. We cannot take something back at sasa jana ikue leo, and all of a sudden there is nothing. Judgment. And maybe going back to our topic, how far is far? These people are dating, right? No, they may leak. What do we do about it? It happened. So, are we? Ili leak. What's the solution? How do we deal with it?
Nini zalini? nani amezileak? Ina depend hizo vitu mbili. Because be dating and nudes ni so and you don't have kitu inauma. Wewe una hizo nudes. Na wewe unajua ukiwa nazo unaweza sema maybe. Lakini sasa wewe huna mtu mwingine ndiye ameji na ni recent news. Come on.
Let me tell you, it's there's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. Lakini at the end of the day is what you decide. Because unaweza sema Prince, no dimelik. How are we going to deal with this? You're in a relationship. Maybe wewe hukuona. You get. Maybe you're the last person. You're the last person to. Lakini it comes down to kitu imelik. The consequence of it is that you're trending and people are really bashing you and people are really talking bad about you. And it's crippling and it's depressing to think about how people talk bad about others when it comes to such situations. Yet, we are all doing something wrong. Yeah. We are all sinning. We are all making mistakes. All making mistakes, and we are all seeking perfection. Lakini, how far is far? Is that far for you? Because that could be the farthest you can go for someone. Come on, for example, the way when we were talking on the TikTok, you said your situation where your girlfriend's photos leaked. Maybe that's the farthest you can go for this Chile. That's the farthest you could have gone, because maybe you reach the end, you're like, I cannot do this anymore. This is crazy, too crazy for me.
Cheers.
Lakini someone else angeka chini, probably someone else could have sat down and say, hey babe, imetoka, lakini maji yakimwagika hayazoleki, tuendelee na maisha. This too will pass. This too shall pass. You get what I'm saying? This too will pass, and let's just go. I can't imagine when people are bashing you left, right, and center. And maybe you get, so maybe for others, the farthest they could go is that they're like heaven and earth for this person. They're not leaving them in any situation, and they've committed to, they're not leaving them. For someone else, that's the farthest they could go. Like, you've done this and it's hurtful, and I cannot take it, and I cannot continue to be in this relationship because that's far that I could have gone when it comes to mistakes. You get, because there's so many other mistakes that happen and we overlook them, we forgive them, but how far my far is, kuna mistake unaweza fanya and I'm out, clean slate, I'm gone, I'm not doing this anymore. You get it? So how relationship is how you guys sit down and decide, this is how far I can go for you, this is how I want our intimacy to be, these are physical boundaries that I want us to have, and if you break them, then that's how far it will go for you. If you I'm out. So yeah, I think that's how far is far. It's how you.
I think you've summarized everything. Let me ask you this question as you're closing. Will you be going on live on TikTok
today? And I can plan for tomorrow. Julio niko na engagement around 7 na kurudi on time.
Okay, sawa. Mimi sijui how you're feeling, but for me I feel like we should have this again. Sijui. That is on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is mimi jongea. So we'll still talk and we can still plan on this. Like, we just, I don't know, make it a thing maybe. And have a conversation day in, day out, evil, and see where it goes. So,
Definitely, no problem.
do you want to close my show? Okay, have you watched any of my YouTube videos and see how I always do it?
No,
Close
I've
my,
checked your Instagram though.
you've checked my Instagram. Aki, I hope sina picha mbaya. Kai.
Uko sawa? Mbona unajishuku?
Insecurities too.
No, uko sawa.
Okay, close my show basi. Close the show. Mimi ndo nilianzisha. Come on, it's
So guys, so I am Miss Kambuthi, and I've been, or Sir Prince has been with me, Miss Kambuthi, and it has been an honor to be here. So thank you so much to everyone who has tuned for the likes. It's been amazing, and do you?
do you guys. Thank you very much, Miss Kiambuthi.
Yeah.
Acha tuongee. Sawa.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.